Hey friend girls, I'm Kim.
And I'm Robin.
So today we have a special guest, Daniel, right here. I know y'all probably heard about this whole Steve Harvey, men and women can't be friends. So today we want to get a male's point of view. So before we dive into it, we are going to look at the video. We're going to play the video right now.
All of my friends are men. I don't have female friends. I don't. I'm incapable of that.
Why? What do you mean?
Well, because come on.
Because you have a wife.
Well, I have a wife, and I don't really have female friends because look. Okay, let's get rid of this myth right here. Okay, I'm gonna tell you this. Let's get rid of this right here. You're an attractive woman. There's some guy somewhere saying, "Yeah, we're friends." No, that's not true. He's your friend only because you have made it absolutely clear that nothing else is happening except this friendship we have. We remain your friends in hopes that one day there'll be a crack in the door, a chink in the armor, and trust and believe that guy that you think is just your buddy, he will slide in that crack the moment he gets the opportunity. Because we're
most
guys.
Men think this way?
99.9% of us think that way. And you tell this to a woman and it just blows her back. No, I have male friends. You have male friends because they know it can be nothing else right now. I tell you what, all your male friends, just ask them in a friendly way. If I wanted to date you, would you be okay with that? And watch the fireworks. Watch.
Okay, so now that we've seen the video, what do you think?
What do I think? I watched the video maybe 20 or so times.
Okay.
Because I was trying to find the angle he was coming from. Because in my opinion, it's just me, he left the door open for a lot of interpretation of what he was saying. Because in the beginning of the video, the lady asked him, she said, "Why? Because you're married." He kind of, in the video, she said, "Why? Because you're married." He said, "Well, yeah, I'm married, but," and then he started to go on something else into his reasoning. He's right about a couple things. I do agree with him when he says there are men, and there are men and women who do this, that are waiting for their opportunity. Now, where he leaves it open is where he says there are men waiting for their opportunity. Now, does that mean that he's saying that married men are waiting for their opportunity, or just single men? Because if he said 99.9% of men feel like this, that's where I disagree. Okay. Because had he said that and put an age range on it, then I would agree with that. So when let's just say men 18 to 25, I 100% agree with him. Because at 18 to 25, you're probably in college, you're experiencing life for the first time, you're young. So yeah, I probably would say, okay, cool. They're trying to see, okay, oh man, shorty is bad. Oh, she with that lane? I know dudes who have done that. Then you get from 25 to 30. Okay, different age range. I still would say there's some men who do that. Now you're getting to 30 to 40. I think the percentage of what he said goes down. Because at 30 to 40, you're probably in a serious relationship, married, or thinking about getting married, or on your way to being married. Your values kind of change. Okay. And again, this is why I disagree with his broad statement of saying 99.9% of us think like that. You're including all men. Right. The fault in his statement comes where he's including all men. You're saying married men and single men are wanting this. I disagree with him when he says married men are looking for that opportunity. I just don't believe that. So now you get to my age range, from 40 to 50, your mindset begins to change. You're not thinking of, man, if she becomes available, no. Right now, you should probably be married. But at that age range, you're thinking about building your empire with whomever you're with. You lose interest in whether someone is gonna be available or whatever the case may be. If you're married, you really don't have no interest in that. So I would venture to say that percentage goes way, way down. Okay. Now, if you're single, all bets are off. Because if you're single, if someone becomes available, okay, cool. You know, you can't say that you can't be friends. We all have friends of the opposite sex. What he should have quantified that statement with is saying, you talking to your female friends. Because if you talk, then that opens up the door. However, there is a possibility to have platonic relationships. I have plenty of friends. I have friends from as far as high school, college, Chase. You know, now, do we talk? No. But if I see him on the street, hey, how you doing? Whatever the case may be. Hey, you know, whatever. Kim, if I see you in the store, you're my friend, technically.
You better talk to me.
Right. I'm not going to just walk past you and say, oh, man, how you doing? You know, I'm not going to treat you like an associate. But, you know, I don't think his statement is 100% accurate. Yeah, there are people out there that are looking for opportunities. I do believe that.
Well, before you finish, would you say that it depends on the type of conversation that a person would be having with that other opposite sex?
Correct. Yeah, it depends on the conversation. Because if you can have friends for business purposes, networking, whatever the case may be. You could have a friend. Give you an example. If you're an entrepreneur and you have a specific business, but you have a friend that specializes in that, you can reach out to them and talk. The conversation is going to be business. Hey, do you know anybody who does this and that? Oh yeah, Daniel, let me forward you this. Thanks, man. I appreciate you so much. Woo, this is the third. That friend came through for you. You get what I'm saying? Right. Where some people are just sitting here just waiting for the opportunity because of whatever. I just think that's kind of broad. Because me, I'm like this, and even back then, I'm not going to sit around waiting on somebody to become available. I'm going to go to the next. It's too many people out here just to be waiting on one person just to become available. But, he had some true things to say in that statement, some facts, but it was too broad to just generalize that to all men. Because when he said 99.9 that's like your husband sitting up here saying he's waiting on an opportunity to get at my wife, and vice versa. Is that true? No. So he should have taken the broadness out of that. And I'm a fan of Steve Harvey, but I disagree. I would say I disagree with it, but it does have some valid points with it.
Okay. I got a question. So when we talk about the opportunity of being available, what are we talking about? Are we talking about a sexual situation? We're waiting for somebody to become available so that we can have an intimate relationship, or what type of relationship could we be talking about? Because it sounds to me like he's talking about, we only want to be your friend until you're available to sleep with me.
That's how I took it.
Okay.
From him.
Right.
And I mean, I don't see any other unless you're just waiting on that person to be available so you can try to be with them in a relationship. But that's probably going to be a disaster, because if they just got out of something, what makes you think it's going to succeed with you? Again, it's people out there that actually, like that. Who made that song? It was probably, I think it was Usher that said, what's sad is that you're the one that hooked us up, knowing it should have been me.
Right. That's good one.
So, yeah, it's true. It's true. But, it just depends on the person, the individual, and the mindset of that person. If you're younger, and you're just dating,
sowing your royal oats.
Yeah, all is fair in love and dating. If you're just dating. You're not trying to get married at 18, 19, 20. Okay, we all been there.
Yeah. Right.
But I think as you get older, and I'm not saying all, but most, the mindset changes. And so, you're not thinking, man, Shelly is bad, but, she with Daryl, so, man, but she cool, we cool, but I'm just going to be her friend until she mess up. See, and the problem with that, and I know dudes who've done this. They sat up there and they they put little bugs in their ear, you know, and do that to see what's what. But, you know, again, 99.9% of all men, no.
So you would say, is it safe to say that if you have a female friend, the relationship can only stay friendly if the conversation, like she could never bring up situations in her home. You could never bring up situations in your home, because now that leaves that door open for the what if. So can female and males, can they only be friends out of like, and I can't even say work relationships, because you know you have those ones like, oh, this is my work husband, this is my work wife, and stuff like that. Like, how I would think that I could be a friend to a guy. I think I have some, but at the same time, I don't know what their mindset is. So how can you have that relationship? How do you keep it on that kind of level?
Strictly platonic.
You simplify it.
And how do you do that?
And when I say when you simplify it is, there are levels of friendship. And again, this is just my opinion. Friend Girl Nation, this is just Daniel's opinion. You know, you simplify it. You know, if you have friends at the workplace, okay, cool. Are you talking to your friends after work? Now, again, are we single friends or are we involved friends? You know, people who are involved.
Well, I want to know from both angles.
So
mainly married, because I am a married woman.
Married, I mean, it's a very simple thing. I have, like I said, I have tons of friends. Like out of the 1,300 Facebook friends I have, which isn't a lot compared to some people I know. I know a good 1,100 of them personally.
Okay.
And so there are some associates, some friends, and there's some, you know, good friends, male and female. Do we talk? No. If I see them on the street or whatever the case may be, hey, how you doing? Whatever the case may be. It just depends on the boundaries that you and your partner have set.
Okay.
So, you know, I'm cool with not talking to anyone or whatever. If I see them or on Facebook or whatever, that's cool. There's one thing, you know, comment on your picture or whatever. I'm sorry, I just happened to look in the camera and I have a really flat back head. So let me turn like this. I just got a haircut and all I saw was just a D-shaped head. But it just depends on that friendship. Like a lot of people, like when I see my friends at maybe high school reunions or anything like that, they say, hey, how's Tariq doing? How's your wife? How's everything doing? You know, ooh, this third. They're like, when you gonna have a party at the house? Because, you know, we bought a house. I'm like, I'm not gonna have a party. I'm like, y'all now. But, you know, it's all friendly. But there are some, you know, you have to simplify it. Okay. And again, it goes with the borders that you put, you know, the parameters that you put with your spouse or your girlfriend or boyfriend or whatever the case may be. Is everybody out to get buns or to get, you know, get your man? Or no, obviously not. And that's why I think his 99.9% was off. But, you know, you just have to simplify that friendship.
Okay. I like that answer. It's simple. It's straight to the point.
Yeah, I mean, and your friends, your true friends, platonic friends, understand that.
That's true.
Yeah,
they understand that.
That's true.
And they don't get in the way with it or anything like that. And that's how you know you have a real friend.
Because
and
they understand.
They understand and they know.
Yeah.
You know, so, you know, if you ever come with them, if they have an issue or whatever, if you tell them or whatever, man, you know what, I can't talk to you, whatever the case may be, they'll understand. Like, okay, well, I see you around, you know, we still, you know, you need anything, hit me up. You know, that's, you know, it's just, you got to simplify things. I think we overcomplicate things. And a lot of that comes from the trust that you and your mate or your boy or girlfriend have for one another. And that's why I said the age ranges are important, why Steve Harvey should have put that, because when you get like in your mid-30s or 40s and up, man, you're trying to build an empire. Like, you know, me personally, I'm just using me. Like, I'm 41. Like, I'm trying to build businesses and build them with my wife, who's sitting over in that corner. Hey, babe. How you doing? But I'm trying to build that. You know, it's like, why the hell would I want to associate with a friend, and I done got a damn house with her. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing all this and trying to build this. If I'm doing that, I don't have time to be saying, oh, okay, well, she not doing this, so let me see if they mess up. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't make sense. Now again, I'm not saying that people don't do that.
Right.
Because I've known people to do that. But again, it's your mindset and where you are.
Okay.
You know, so come on, bring it on. Bring it on.
I mean,
because with Free Girl Nation, you let a man invade. I feel special.
the first man
The
ever.
first.
Oh. Well, actually, you're not.
That's true.
You're not.
Really?
But
did I miss that video?
it hasn't dropped yet.
But
Oh well, you should introduce me as a special guest. You should just say, hey, Daniel's here.
Daniel's son. That is. I mean, I like the answer to that, but I just think that I'm gonna stick to it and say that I feel like I can be friends with a guy now. Am I sitting in the house like having long conversations with them while my husband's in the next room? Heck nah, that's not happening. But it's something that you just said that made me think about a situation that I was actually in.
What am I thinking? I broke apart and fell off in the deep end. Quicker than a hanger, I'm sinking. Chest is too tight, I'm not breathing. Gotta get my hair out, so leaving. Hit her up and go out on the weekend. I bet she getting sick of all this waiting. Time, pick no side, just face it. Bad time, good time, red time. I just wanna ride out.